Welcome to the seventh day of Christmas. Now, I thought really long and hard about what we could give away today, and I actually recently just bought a collection, and I'm going to give away this. So, yes, this looks used. No, it doesn't. The inside of this binder is gorgeous. Like, Dragon Shield did fantastic with this binder. Like, this is actually insane. So, we're going to give this away, and then this also came in it. This is essentially brand new as well. Look at that. So basically, it's a nice little starter pack to one player out there that wants a chance to A, have a binder, and B, have a deck box. I know, I want to get rid of this stuff, so I figure one person can walk away with this. Take it, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe to get this. And we're going to continue on with the TCG care packages. We have a gym backpack coming up probably on day 11, and we have store credit to tier 0 coming up on day 12. Outside of that, we're going to just keep rolling on out. The good stuff. This binder's actually really nice. Like, I'm genuinely in love with this. Like, I debated on getting rid of it, and I'm like, nah, man, somebody will enjoy this a lot more than me. So, alright guys, let's dig on into the deck profile, shall we? I'm back from the dumpster, and today we have Chemicritters, alright? I know absolutely nothing about this deck, so this is going to be the most worst deck profile while we try to figure out what this deck does. Akano sent me this and said, Robbie, I worked on this a long time ago. He said it needs a little bit of improvement, but I think somebody out there is going to like this for the 12 days of Decksmith. And I'm like, alright, let's try this. So, Chemicritters, what's our deck rely on? Well, everything is a Gemini. Alright, so our friend Super Alloy Beast Reptinius is a Gemini plus a Gemini to make this. This was the old way that we would abuse crazy things with this deck. And then I do know that the Vola Chemicritter Mithidrico, it's 2 level 8 Gemini monsters to make this. Wow. When this card is exceeds summoning, target one Gemini monster in your graveyard, special summon it. While this card is exceeds materials, monsters your opponent controls cannot target Gemini monsters you control for attacks. Also, your opponent cannot target Gemini monsters you control with card effects. When a Gemini monster is normal summon, you detach one exceeds material from this card. Make your opponent send one card from their hand or field to the graveyard of their choice. This is pretty good, actually. So our entire deck's structuring is going to be around this beautiful creature. Alright, so let's find out what Chemicritters actually do. Make sure you guys get entered into today's contest too. And if you're buying on TCG Player, use my affiliate link down below. Helps support the channel. Alright, so Chemicritter Carbo Crab. So this card is always going to be treated as a normal monster while on the field or in the graveyard because it's a Gemini monster. Sad face. And then when you normal summon this guy, it will gain its effect to be an effect monster. It's like it remembers it's an effect monster. So during your main phase, you can send one Gemini monster from your deck to the graveyard and then add one Gemini monster from your deck to your hand. So for our resummon clause on our normal monster here, we get to send and then add. That's some pretty good deck thinning. Deck thinning is deck winning, but still, it has to stick on the field for 2 turns, which is pretty bad. Alright, so triple copies of Chemicritter Hydron Hawk. So this poor guy still suffers from being a Gemini monster, which is understandable. You can discard one card and then target one Gemini monster in your graveyard. Special summon at defense position. So this is actually an extender for the deck. But once again, it suffers from being a Gemini monster. So he forgets he's an effect monster, and then he slaps himself on the head and goes, oh, doy! So I always envisioned them to be. Then we have triple copies of the Chemicritter Oxy Ox. So, suffers from being a Gemini monster. It's got normal monster syndrome. Poor guy. Press Fs for him, please. He needs it. So, during your main phase, you can special summon one Gemini monster from your hand. And if you do, all Gemini monsters you control currently become that monster's original level till the end of this turn. Oh, okay, so this will actually be acting as our, I guess, our extender point here to make sure that we're good. Also, the fact that we can beam out, I think, the big one, right? The level 8s? Yeah, okay. Alright, then we have triple copies of Darkstorm Dragon. This card is treated as a normal monster. No, it's a Gemini. No! Once per turn, you can send one face-up spell and trap card controlled to the graveyard, destroy all spell and trap cards on the field. No! This was supposed to be good! I'm so sad. Why did they do Gemini so bad? We have triple copies of Nibiru because Space Rock is best hand trap. Let's be honest here. Then we have triple copies of Chemicritter Dioxogre. Okay, so he suffers from being a normal monster. The normal summon of Gemini monsters cannot be negated. Well, that's pretty freaking good. Once per turn, you can banish one Gemini monster from your graveyard, target one card your opponent controls, and destroys it. Alright, well, considering the fact that I'm going to have to take a moment and resummon a 2800 level 8. Alright, sure. Alright, we have two copies of Chemicritter Hydreigon. It also suffers from normal monster syndrome. When another Gemini monster is normal summoned, you can make that monster gain 500 attack and defense. If a Gemini monster or monsters you control be destroyed by a card effect, you can destroy one of the cards you control instead. This is 200 on a 2800 body, by the way. This is horrible. And then, of course, we have a Red Eyes Darkness Middle Dragon because we need an extender here. Who acts as our dragon? Okay, so we can have him out. The Dark Storm Dragon. Okay, so our two biggest ones here are able to be revived through the Darkness Metal. Okay. Alright, Catalyst Field. We play 3 of this. Each turn, one level 5 or higher Gemini monster you normal summon can be summoned without tributing. Alright, that's really good. During your main phase, you can normal summon one Gemini monster in addition to your normal summoner set. You can only gain this effect once per turn, so this will fix our normal monster sickness. Once per turn, you can target one card your opponent controls, banish one Gemini monster you control that is treated as an effect monster that has its effects gained until your opponent's end phase, and if you do, destroy that card. Interesting effect that we've got here. But this, like I said, takes care of our normal monsters forgetting their effect monsters. Triple copies Pot of Extravagance. Then we have triple copies of Supervise. Equip into a Gemini monster. It becomes an effect monster and it gains its effects. If this face card sent to the graveyard, target one normal monster in the graveyard, special summon it. This is probably the best OG support card that we had for Gemini monsters. Literally, it self-replaces itself and automatically bypasses the summoning normal forgetness. Then we have one Terraforming. Alright. We have triple copies of Burnout. So banish one face-up Chemicritter monster you control. So I'll summon two Chemicritter monsters from your deck, with different names from each other. Your opponent's monster declares a direct attack, except the turn this card is sent to the graveyard. You can banish this card from your graveyard, and then target one of your banished Gemini monsters. Special summon it. If you do, it becomes an effect monster and gains its effects. You only activate one Burnout once per turn. This card's pretty good. Quite honestly, for what this archetype is striving to do, we'll accept that. Then we have triple copies of Gemini Abomination. So during the main phase, by the way, you can discard one card and apply one of these effects. You can special summon one Gemini monster from your deck as an effect monster that gains its effects. Or you contribute one Gemini monster, and if you special summon one Fire Warrior monster from your hand or deck, then if you tribute a Gemini monster that was treated as an effect monster and it gained its effects, you can destroy one card on the field. So you get the ability to either special summon a Gemini, or you contribute and then special summon a Fire Warrior. That effect's not going to come up, like, ever, but we literally care that you can just discard special summon a Gemini monster. Like, that's pretty good. Then we have two copies of Necrofusion, just so that we can basically banish the materials to set up for Super Alloy Beast here, and that way we can play the game like we want. I mean, once again, we're playing Chemicritters. We know we're going to lose. We have triple copies of Solemn Judgment rounding out the main deck here. Extra deck here, we have triple copies of Link Spider Friend, because Pot of Extravagance. Two copies of Nightmare Unicorn to round out the rest of the stuff going on. Two copies of Nightmare Phoenix, with one Boral Sword and one Borreload. Then we have triple copies of the Mython Draco. Like I said, this is probably one of the best cards in our deck. And then we have Mr. Reptinius here to make sure that they all gain their effects, and we can capitalize on things. We have one Pinkertops, triple copies of Dark World No More, triple copies of Lightning Storm, triple copies of Twin Twisters, triple copies of Evenly Matched, one in Pure Order, and one copy of Red Reboot, wrapping up this 12 days of Christmas, 12 days of deck profiles, 12 days of just being the purest, fat, beautiful, looking guy that we can be out here, alright? So guys, make sure you get entered into today's contest. It's super easy. Make sure you like, comment on the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you got those bell notifications on so that you never miss one of these sweet, sweet deck profiles that we're doing. And it makes me know that you guys want more giveaways. Alright? So, I'll see you guys back here tomorrow for another one of these bad boys. Alright guys, thank you patrons for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCole40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCole40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcolegames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.